My dad was like, he always made fun of gay people when I was growing up. So after coming out, the first time it was hard for him. At the end of the day, my dad became one of my biggest supporters, and he did drag with me for the first time as well.
That's beautiful.
To show parents that drag has nothing to do with gender, and parents, the one thing parents have to do is just love their children unconditionally.
Have you had sex in drag?
I've been asked to put my drag on. Or like when men would just hit on you when you're in drag. I'm not into that at all.
You mean like straight men?
Yeah.
Panginaheals.
So Broadway, I love it, the intro.
Let's go back to our childhood.
Yeah. I used to have a runway show coming down the stairs wearing my mother's shoes. And I would tell my sister, if you pick the red one, I will kill you.
Okay.
So I would always get the red one, put on my mother's costume, blah, blah, blah.
แล้วทาลิปสติกของแม่ด้วยไหม
incorrectly ใส่ที่มาถึงแบบคิ้วเลยอะ But I freaking loved it. I loved wearing women's clothes, and I did not know that it was wrong. I was really gay. So I was very, very heavily bullied in school. It was horrible for me, the experience growing up. I'm still mentally scarred up until now. And it's great for me because it built my character, and I'm not able to become a drag queen that I am today without those traumatic experiences.
But we can talk about that.
Yeah.
What happened to you? What happened to
People
her?
were like making my life a living hell for being fat and feminine, the two F's. You know, I was really fat when I was younger as well. I would go to school and this one guy would basically wait with a knife in front of the school every day and say, if you come to school, that's why I didn't want to go to school. I brought like my own pet to school every day so I have someone to talk to. I would bring like a nutapao, you know, like a hamster, to school and keep it with the lady who cleans the room, and I would just go talk to it every single lunch break because I had no one to talk to. Literally, it was that bad. So that was basically a big part of my childhood, which was like, oh my God, I had to deal with all this stuff, and people would just say, you're gay, you're blah, 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 and it was just a horrible experience because I felt like, oh my God, not only am I gay, I'm fat too. So I went through a very bad self-destructive phase in my life when it was like emotional cutting, and then it led to bulimia. So that's why I was like thinking a lot about, if you were at the lowest point in your life where you completely do not love yourself, how do you turn that around? And it's not about all the other voices, but it's all the most important voice that I wasn't listening to was my own voice and me not loving myself at all.
When did you realize that?
Well, when I ate anything and I would regurgitate it automatically, I thought
คือ
that
อ้ว
was
กตลอดกินแล้วอ้วก
คือแบบมันเป็นปัญหาทางจิตอะค่ะ and แบบพอแบบเหมือนกับกินอะ whenever I ate anything automatically I can't keep food down because I keep doing it. I keep forcing myself to throw up. So it became a point when it was like my body was just rejecting food, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. That's why I'm like so passionate about online bullying and about people who are like bullying the gay community, because I feel like it scars you forever.
It does.
You know, actually I was in England one time and someone called me Pikachu. I know it's supposed to be racist, but I laughed for like 5 minutes because I thought it was like so racist yet really funny. I was like, anyway, digressing.
At the end of the day, what do you think led you to become a stronger human being?
If you don't go through all the hardship in life, you would not know how to develop personal strength and your own character. You have to go through all that shit. All the beating, all the horrible times you fell, all the times you have a heartache or heartbreak. You love better and you love yourself better through all those experiences. So for me, if I had to do it again, I would be like, okay, let's do it all over again, because I feel like it taught me so much about how to deal with things that now I'm like, for me, when I'm in drag, I'm Wonder Woman. I'm my own hero. So I feel strong. I feel happy with who I am, and I love it.
Growing up, did you have anybody to look up to?
I looked up to my mother. She basically was a strong, successful businesswoman, and she allowed us to live comfortably. It's because of how hard she was working.
You know what? But then growing up, you probably did not really understand drag until the age of what?
I was really scared of drag queens in the beginning. Because, they're so tall, they're so confident, and me as a self-hating, soft-spoken Asian back in the day.
เดี๋ยวก่อนตอนเด็กๆรู้จัก RuPaul
No,
มีรายการแล้ว
I went into my university when I first know what RuPaul was because, funny enough, one of the classes that I took in UCLA was basically LGBT people in pop music. So we had to learn about RuPaul and Madonna and all that good stuff. So then I started to know what they were and fell in love with it.
That was the first time.
Yeah. Well, I knew, I've always, before, back in the day, everyone, when they see, trans or drag queens, it's just like a blurry kind of thing. People don't really know the difference unless you become a part of the community or you know more about it. You become more educated about it. Otherwise, it's just one big umbrella, blurry umbrella.
I mean, even right now today, ถ้าต้องอธิบายเป็นภาษาไทยว่า drag คืออะไรมันก็ต้องใช้ความสามารถมากเพราะว่ามัน I think but maybe you're able to explain now in just like a line or two.
I think drag is an art.
Okay.
Just one word. Drag is an art of transformation into the opposite sex.
แล้วภาษาไทยเราจะพูดว่า
แต่งหญิง โอ้
drag drag คือแต่งหญิงไหม
drag คือการแต่งหญิงค่ะแต่ถ้าเกิดมันเหมือนกับถ้าเกิดเรามาใช้คำว่า drag king เนี่ยมันก็จะต้องเป็นแต่งชายมันคือ transformation makeup เท่านั้นเองอยู่ต้องเปลี่ยน
แล้วถ้าเกิดว่าผู้ชายที่ไม่ใช่เกย์แล้วก็แต่งหญิงก็เรียกว่า drag
ก็เรียกว่า drag เหมือนกันค่ะ
เพราะมันมีเยอะมาก
เมือง
ไทยมีไหม
Well for example one person โกติป่ะคะ Think about that
Oh you're right
He's straight
Oh yeah you're right
Yeah he's straight
Do you go further like drink and drugs and then all that
I used to do a lot of drugs
Like what cocaine
all of the above Oh shit are my parents gonna hear this
Sorry
about it
Did they ask you
What
ที่รักลูกก็น่าจะเล่นยาบ้างหรือเปล่าถ้าลูกกินเหล้าอะไรเงี้ย
No I don't think they just expect me to be the good Buddhist that I am but
Wait a second
What
They know what you do and they've seen your
show
and they've seen you drink and they've seen you party
Yeah but they were just like basically they were really worried during the time that I was looking like a horrible human being because I was doing a lot of drugs they were basically like don't do drugs and For me, I
learned... This was in America?
No, it was in Thailand. And drugs come very easily for you.
You mean after you graduated when you came back?
When I came back. It was very easy for me as a performer because people would give it to me all the time. Yeah. It's almost like the Whitney Houston documentary. People would just hand it to me.
People who you don't know?
People who I don't know would just shake my hand and I'll be like, what is this thing in my hand? And it'll be like a lump of cocaine.Like in a bag.
As a tip or as
a tip or just like
a token of an appreciation?
Yeah, a token of appreciation.
What else do they put in your hand?
I've had like ecstasy before. I never judge and I have friends who still do it and I'm okay with it as long as they're happy.
But your story, how bad was it back then and how did you?
It was bad because I had uncontrollable mood swings and basically I did not know the threshold of how to be happy anymore.
Oh.
That's bad. If I would drink 1 glass of vodka, I would get drunk. And then it doesn't work anymore. I had to take 5 glasses of vodka to get drunk. After I get drunk, I'm too drunk. I had to take cocaine to become sober. After cocaine, then I'm sober. I want to dance again. I had to take ecstasy. When does it end? And I forgot how to be happy without any of it. So one day I was like going out with my friends and I was like, I forgot how to be happy. I do not know how to be happy without depending on all these things. And then I stopped completely. And then one day I was drinking a glass of orange juice and I was happy. And I was like, oh my God, this is all it took? I had to reset and basically found out what happiness was in my life again.
That's amazing.
Yeah.You
see lots of pics of yourself nowadays on social media, especially the pan pics, and it's like, oh, he's so cute, and he's hot, and how come it just became viral all of a sudden, you know?
I mean, I just...
มีรายการมันก็เริ่มแบบ
I think more people just take notice of you because, Drag Race Thailand, and I just like to, take a good care of myself and work out, and so, I mean...
Going to the gym every day?
Not every day.
Every other day?
Almost. I mean, I just eat better. Honestly, it's as you know, it's like 90% of it. It's food.
Exactly.
What you eat. Like literally.
What do you chunk down your throat?
I know. It's crazy, right? Most people think, oh, you have to go to the gym every day. And I was like, no, it's the food. So basically, I have the diet of like san jiao, which is just like kai tom.
It's small san jiao food.
A lot of kai tom, basically. If I want to lose weight, I just eat kai tom until I'm full. And then I'll just go to sleep. And I'm like, I would lose a kilo. So it's great. It's
เดี๋ยวๆก็จะกินไข่ต้มไปเรื่อยทั้งวัน
No, like ข้าวเย็นน่ะกินไข่ต้ม4 ฟองแล้วก็อิ่มแล้วก็ไม่กินอะไรแล้ว That's what I did. What?
Eggs มันทำให้ไข่มันทำให้
It makes you full. And it's not fattening. So it's like perfect protein. And I just don't eat carbs.
You don't eat carbs?
No, I don't.
ไม่มีแป้งเลย Pizza? No.
I haven't had pizza in 3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So no pizza, no rice?
Rice, only 8 brown rice. And only for breakfast. I love shabu. I eat shabu.
Shabu?
Yeah.
Like beef or pork or?
Beef, pork, anything that boils.
So you like protein there?
I love proteins. But I mean, I'm not saying that everyone should do what I do. My body bloats really fast because I used to be fat. So this is what works for me. Everyone's body is different. Don't use the diet that I have. You find what works for you and you go for that.
So, do you think Thailand is ready for drag? I mean, you've had 2 seasons already.
Yeah.
How's that working out for the mass market?
I love it. And thank you for people who are watching it because they're seeing these amazing drag queens as artists, as human beings, as somewhat of like a heroic figure in the LGBT community that loves themselves so much and is spreading that love to other people. And I think that's great because people no longer see them as like, oh, she's a nightclub hoe, but people are like, oh, she's creative.
Yeah. I love your show at Maggie Shoes. Yeah. Every time I go and I feel like I am home, watching my brother or sister on stage. Putting on a drag show, it's a fine art. I mean, it's got to be nicely curated, meaning you need hours of preparation, correct?
Yeah. Yes, you do. You have to think from head to toe why you're wearing what you're wearing, and it's got to be clean, it's got to be sophisticated, it's got to be polished.
How many boyfriends have you had in your life?
Oh, girl, I can't count. Let me think. I had like 6 to 7.
Yeah.
Depends.
So we're okay.
I think.
But does it last? Do they last long?
Apparently not. That's why I'm on the 7th one right now. Most is like 2 years, 1 year.
เป็นคนที่เหมือนกับยอมผู้ชาย
I think for love, all of us do. Right. Even though if it's the right kind of love or the wrong kind of love, we all succumb to that.
What stupid things have you done?
Well, spending over 100,000 something baht on a boy. He wants a camera, I'll buy it for him. He wants to go to Korea, I'll buy it for him. I spoke about this very openly. You know who you are. It's fine. I'm okay with it. But I feel like love makes you blind.
Love makes you blind.
Because you don't love yourself. Because if you can't find the love within yourself and you're asking it from someone else and you're willing to give everything to the other person blindly, then you're not giving something to yourself at all. ถ้าเราไม่รักตัวเองพอความรักถึงทำให้เราตาบอด ถ้าเรารักตัวเองพอเราไม่มีวันตาบอดจากความรัก And I've always said that your friends are usually the dogs, that sniff the drugs at the airport. They know immediately. They know if your friends, if you're dating the wrong person. If there's a warning, your friends are usually right.
I think you also are able to create whatever you want to make happen with your life, not just your shows, but imagining that possibly whatever you want to do with life. คือ imagine อยากจะทำอะไรก็ทำได้หมด How are you planning out your life from now onwards?
Oh, good question. I think a lot of people can relate. I feel like you do, number one, what makes you happy. And you see what makes other people happy. And then whatever you do with that, I believe money comes after that. If you're staying in something and doing something that is making you depressed, not only are you depressed financially, but also spiritually as well. ถ้าเกิดเราทำอะไรที่เรารักอะเงินมันจะมาหลังจากนั้น แต่ถ้าเกิดเราแบบอยู่ในที่ที่ทำเพราะเงินอย่างเดียวอะเราจะไม่มีความสุขทั้ง finance ทั้งแบบเรื่องเงินแล้วก็ทั้งชีวิตจิตใจด้วย
We haven't talked about sex though.
We haven't.
Have you had sex in drag?
I've been asked to put my drag on. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? My dick is up between my legs, number one. Number two, I'm in so many layers of stockings and wigs and lashes. I don't even feel like a human being at this point.
มันต้องแท็บไว้หรือ
มันต้องแท็บไว้ and แบบ I have like padding and it's so hot for me and I'm just like, I have sex as a man. I'm sorry. I don't care what you think. At the end of the day, I'm a gay man.I know what I am. I know how I like to have sex, and I'm not gonna be a woman when I have sex.
So that was a no.
That was a hell no. Or like when men would just hit on you when you're in drag. I'm not into that at all.
You mean like straight men?
Like, yeah.
And what was your coming out like?
My coming out was interesting. I told my mom, and my mom was like, well, don't be bi.
That's interesting.
Yeah. She was like, I can't make up my mind.
How old were you?
I was 18. I had a really good boyfriend who
Here or there?
Here in Thailand.
You were here in Thailand.
Yeah. He is my age. He is 30 right now. He was, you know, very good looking, good family, lots of money. So he was a catch, you know. My mother loved him, so it became really easy.Cha-ching for my mom. It was like Asian mom. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a girl as long as they're driving a Mercedes, you know.
But you came out to her before you introduced him to her.
It was like easy. It was like a transition thing. It was like เพื่อนคนนี้จริงๆเป็นแฟนค่ะ You know the thing you think that I am.
That's it.
That's it.
And she said,
don't be bi. I can't make up my mind. You going back and forth. Just decide. It was really funny. I was like, well, I've decided.
Until this day, that she's always understood you.
She's good. She's okay.
What about your dad?
My dad was difficult. My dad was like, he always made fun of gay people when I was growing up. He was like, it was part of the Buddhist religion, apparently. I didn't see any of it. But he was like, oh, it's part of, to be a good Buddhist, you have to not ประพฤติผิดทางเพศไม่ชอบผู้ชายเหมือนกัน and I was like, in my mind I was like, I did not see any of that, but he added it. So after coming out the first time, it was hard for him. At the end of the day, my dad became one of my biggest supporters, and he did drag with me for the first time as well.
That's beautiful.
To show parents that drag has nothing to do with gender, and parents, the one thing parents have to do is just love their children unconditionally. แล้วพ่อปังก็พูดว่าหน้าที่ของพ่อแม่ก็คือต้องรักลูกและยอมรับลูกเขาก็เลยยอมแต่งหญิงสุดยอดนะ
My name is Chocolate
สวยนะดูเป็นอาเซียนนะสวยตลกมากวันนี้
You know, one thing that I want you to talk about is the cyberbullying. How do you deal with these people?
It depends what kind of day I was having. If I'm having a good day, I'm like, delete, report. If I'm having a bad day, I found out who they are.I call them during the night and during the day. I mail them weird emails and stuff. So I'm very vindictive. So it depends on the day that I'm having.
You email them too?
Yeah, I email them. And I email them in like random messages. I call them when I know they're working and stuff like that. I'm just like...
And what do you say to them?
Just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I do that sometimes, but lately I haven't. I've been really good.
And you know, the people that you call, ส่วนใหญ่เขาจะพูดว่า
ไม่รับสายหรอก
จะรู้ได้ไงว่าเป็น you
I call them from my Facebook if they're doing it on Facebook. But on Instagram, I put them on blast. I'm like, this person said this to me. It's not okay. Because I'm sure for one comment of hate, a lot of people is going to support me because I know a lot of the times what I did wasn't wrong. So I know people are like, oh my God, you shouldn't put these people up on public, but เหมือนกับไม่ shaming, public shaming. I'm like, if you have something to be shameful about, I am going to shame you.
มีคน inbox มาไหมมีคนมาปรึกษาบ้างไหม
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. One of the things that I do in life in drag is also I think about kids who are in situations when they can't be themselves because of the family and stuff. Because there's like a message แบบมาจากแบบเด็กที่อยู่ต่างจังหวัดหรือ like
เด็กไทยเหรอ
เด็กไทยรู้สึกบอกว่าดูพี่ปันแบบบนแบบรายการทีวีแล้วรู้สึกว่าแบบเฮ้ยแบบเราไม่แปลกรู้สึกว่าเหมือนกับมีคนที่เหมือนเราอยู่ในโลกนี้แล้วเขาบอกว่าวันหนึ่งพอหนีออกมาจากตรงนั้นได้อะจะรู้สึกโล่งมากเราก็เลยรู้สึกสงสารเราก็เลยรู้สึกว่าเราเป็นตัวของเราเนี่ยถ้ามันช่วยคนอื่นได้ให้เขารู้สึกว่าเขาแบบไม่ alone อะว่าแบบมันมีคนอย่างเราอยู่ในมีเดียพอมีคนอย่างเราอยู่ในมีเดียปุ๊บเขารู้ว่า กูไม่ได้อยู่คนเดียวเว้ยมันมีคนเหมือนกูอยู่แล้วเขา successful ได้เขาทำในสิ่งที่เขารักได้เพราะฉะนั้น that gives them hope
Thank you so much
Thank you
for dropping by
Thank you I had such a great time
How do you feel
I feel lifted you're a very good listener Thank you very good
and you're a great guest Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much Panginaheals love ya
all right
Hey my glasses
oh shit
สีไหน
oh my god they're so pretty thank you
round, I created these you don't care this is rose gold
rose gold rose gold rose gold rose gold
oh they're so pretty
okay
I love this
แล้วก็ this one แล้วกันค่ะ
rose gold นะ
ใช่
ตามนั้นเป็นผู้ชายก็สวย
ขอบคุณนะคะ
Thank you